Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your singles love prediction for the weekend, August 21st through August 23rd. Whenever you find this, before or after is okay as well. Remember, whenever you find a reading, I always feel like it was meant to be heard at that time. So you don't have to watch a reading the day that it launches. You can watch it the next day, watch it next week, watch it next month. You are drawn to that reading at the moment you need to hear that message. So keep that in mind. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that is new. So we're going to call in our spirit guides and our angels. I have some charms and initials for you today. See if we can get some evidence. For those of you that are manifesting with me, please take with you the energy that you are looking for. And at the end of this reading, we will collectively put it out into the universe and ask Spirit to guide it to us. So let's get started. Let's call in our angels and our guides. Let's see what they want for you today. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to hear? What is it that's going on around us, coming towards us? Confirmation for some of you. Spirit, please share with me. I am listening for you now. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Absolutely. Just remember this feeling of anyone would be lucky to have me. Okay, like I'm not going to settle. I am going to wait out for the best. And I'm excited about who that person's going to be. I can't wait to meet that person. That person's going to be lucky to have me. So just keep that in mind. It's not about them. It's about how much you have to offer. I have a make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, that did come into me as the other person on the other side making the effort. I feel like that's a priority, that I'm not a big prove it to me, jump through hoops. But I do feel like you have to see that they're making an effort. You have to see that they're putting in some time into you. They're not going to just sit back and you're supposed to like keep the ball rolling and, hey, how are you? And I was thinking about you and, texting emoji smiles. No, we're not going to do that. This person has to do their part and they have to put in the time. I have calling in your soulmate. Thank you, Spirit. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Again, I'm not going to settle. I want somebody who's meant to be in my life. I want to, they're saying a perfect partner. Now, we know that there's no such thing as perfect, but a perfect partner for you, okay? Somebody else is not going to be interested in your person. You're not going to be interested in somebody else's person for sure. But they're a perfect partner for you. And that's all that matters. You're designed to be together. You're two peas in a pod. You're cut from the same cloth. So a perfect partner for you. Thank you, Spirit. I want that. And I have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Are you willing to truly trust again? And I do feel that you are. I do feel for the right person, they're saying. You want to trust, they're sharing with me. You want to try again, they just said. So let's see what our cards are saying. Let's see what they have in store for you. So quick read. We're going into the weekend. So just, the next 3 or 4 or 5 days, something like that. Energy around you, Spirit, coming our way. How could we meet this person? Things that would be said or felt. I have a Page of Cups. I have a thing for you. Okay. somebody who has a little bit of crush. Okay, they have been thinking about you. They're trying to approach you. They are hoping that you see them as a catch. They're hoping that you see their qualities. I have a Wheel of Fortune. And I have a High Priestess. The Wheel of Fortune came into me as this gorgeous, the timing is right. It was all about the timing. So we always are waiting for that timing, that little window of opportunity that they're available, you're available. We both want it. We're both anxious to get something started. So there was this beautiful feeling of the timing is right. So is this the time for you to meet your love? Absolutely. I do feel that High Priestess coming in. I believe is how they're saying it. I believe in truth. I believe in honesty. I still believe in love. I believe love conquers all things, Spirit just said. So you've got a lot happening around this connection. So I feel like it's a lot of things that you think about, a lot of things that you ask for that are kind of all falling into place. I have a 3 of Wands, Page of Wands. I have a 5 of Wands. And I have a Queen of Wands, a lot of wand energy. The 3 of Wands came into me as everything is kind of unfolding before your eyes. It's almost as if you can see your own future. So this person comes into your life and you're able to forecast. And I don't want you to forecast too far, but I do want you to daydream just for a moment and say, is this somebody I could be with in the long run? So I do feel like we go through some of that. I do feel like, what am I feeling right now? What am I feeling? Is this person turning me on? Is this person, I don't know, exciting me? Is there chemistry? So I do feel some of that. The 5 of Wands is a little bit of a, why do I fight good things? Okay. So somebody comes into your life and they're good for you. They are nice. They're kind. They want to spend time with you. And you do they say, well, do you want to get together? And you do, well, we'll see. Maybe. Maybe is a no on the other side. They're not going to try again. Okay. If you say maybe you may be thinking that maybe is an open door, keep asking me and we'll see where it goes. But on the other side, they felt rejection. That was a gentle way of letting them off the hook. So for those of you that just go to default mode with we'll see or maybe, because you want them to start to pursue you more, chase you a little harder, or come after you a little bit more, they already turned around and are looking somewhere else because they got rejected. So when somebody says to you, do you want to get together? The response, if you are interested, is, I would love that. What are you thinking? Do you want to, get drinks? Do you want to go to dinner? And they say, well, yeah, drinks sounds good. When are you available? Okay. So we keep the conversation going, Spirit's saying. So they're saying, eliminate the maybe. Okay. Eliminate the option of the out. Eliminate the confusion that you're interested or you're not interested. So you may be thinking maybe is, I'm interested and I want to let you know that I may be interested. And they're hearing, nope, they were being nice and they kind of let me off kindly and I'm going to move on to somebody who does want to see me and does want to be with me. Okay. So maybe is something that I want you to take a look at. Maybe it's a taboo word. Maybe it's a word that we avoid, something like that. But we're looking for this perfect partner, Spirit. What is it that you have for us? I am trying to be open. I am trying to receive. I have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You do love yourself and you're not going to settle. So it has nothing to do with settling. It has to do with meeting people. It has to do with meeting somebody new. Now it's coming in more as whoever's meant to be in your life is going to be proud to be with you as well. So your self-esteem, your high value, those things are attracting this person. So it has nothing to do with I'm going to date somebody beneath myself. You wouldn't do that. You're going to date somebody that you are impressed by and is your equal. I have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Not everyone is meant to be somebody romantic. You could be attracted to somebody and think, is this person supposed to be my next romance? Not necessarily. Sometimes they're just put in your life to be a friend and to talk and to nothing sensual, nothing physical, but an emotional relationship. And it could be different sexes, and that's okay. You can be friends with a male and a female. You can be, friends with anybody. You can be friends with somebody that's, generations older than you. So sometimes people are put in our life, for non-romantic reasons, but it's confusing because you think, I'm really connecting to this person. Am I supposed to be with this person? Not necessarily. So keep that in mind. I have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I am attracting a peaceful connection. Okay, they're using the word turmoil with me. So could you have had somebody in the past that kind of always caused some kind of, I don't know, like a little whirlwind of energy, whether they had anger issues or they flew off the handle or you felt like you were walking on eggshells. You couldn't speak your mind. I feel like I just need somebody that has a little bit quieter tone, a softer speech, something like that. It's a little bit of don't talk to me that way energy. Maybe that was something that you fought with in the past that somebody thought because you're in a relationship they could say and do whatever they wanted because you're in a relationship. Not true. Let's get some initials. Spirit, what's coming towards us? Who's coming towards us? Let's see if we can start to get some energy. Right now, I'm going with this feeling of definitely I have a thing for you when I first meet you. Okay, I definitely felt that Page of Cups very strongly earlier. I also feel like the timing is crucial. I feel that when they cross your path, instead of going down that, well, we'll see, we take action, we respond, we engage, we say, yes, I do want to do something. I don't want to sit at home this weekend. I don't want to make you beg to be with me. I'm going to meet you halfway. Yeah, let's do something. Okay. You may be pleasantly surprised. That person perks up. That person gets excited. They're going to meet you. They got over that hurdle of being intimidated to being rejected. Nobody wants to be rejected. So I think that we have to meet our person halfway. If somebody's initiating contact and initiating a meeting, if you're interested, go for it. I have the letter H. I love how you smell. I love your scent. Okay, there's something about you. That's important. I love your hair. Maybe they've complimented your hair. That could be a really good clue. Maybe that's something that they said right away. You beautiful hair. I love your hair. Somebody's athletic. Okay, so they're in shape, athletic. I like that. They're funny. They're making me laugh. I love their sense of humor. I have the letter Y. They're loyal, affectionate. Okay, so we have some really good character traits here. Beautiful. I have spiritual. This was more of a spirit brought us together. So we both do believe that. I do believe that we both are connected. I want to say connected. Are we religious? Not necessarily, but we're both connected. And I think that's something that we talk about. I feel like we have these kind of philosophical conversations about what do we believe, and, just kind of look at everything. And it's interesting based on our upbringing, what we say. I have the letter T. I think you're sexy. Yeah. Okay. So there's definitely, I have a thing for you. I have an X, the wit, the funny, Q. This person makes me laugh. I feel like this person makes you laugh even in a text message, that their response is very flirty. There's a lot of great banter. There's a lot of back and forth. Like, you almost can't wait until you receive the next text message just to see what they're going to say in response to what you just said. So I do feel like that hook is there. I do feel that attention is there. So now it's just moving it into, they're saying, the public arena. So we've got to take this off of a text message and behind the scenes into a meeting, a date, and time, into kind of a public place, so that we can be face to face and see if this is really something that we want. I've got some jumpers back here. I have a K. I have someone is tall. I have someone has a tattoo. They're saying a hidden tattoo. That could be you. That could be them. It's not something that we see when we first look at this person. Maybe it's in the small of their back. Maybe it's on their, somewhere that would be under a shirt. So they're saying it's a hidden tattoo. I have curves. I'm going to go with this feeling of, I love you just the way you are. So for those of you that struggle, I've struggled. I think that they see the beautiful soul that you are. And I don't think that they're going to love you just the way you are. In fact, they may love you for your curves. I love your hips. I love your boobs. So it's a feeling of, you don't have to change for anybody. You want to change for yourself, change for yourself, but you don't have to change for anybody. I have the letter R at the bottom of the deck. They wanted you to see that. Okay, so that could be important. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it? I love you just the way you are. I feel like I want to say curves and all. Okay, so if you have curves, don't worry about it. A lot of us do. It's something we all struggle with. Lifetime battle, right? Spirit, please share with me. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a Queen of Cups. Okay. I have Strength. And I have a Death card. They're saying that they see two sides of you in a good way. Okay. There could be the side of you that has to take care of business. That divine masculine energy comes forward, and it's I got to pay my bills. I got to go to work. I got to get the job done. I got to take care of myself. I got to make decisions. I got to make things happen. So that divine masculine comes out. So they see that kind of strength, is how I want to say it. And then they also see this beautiful Queen of Cups, this loving, nurturing, kind, mothering energy. And I feel like they like both. they like both sides of you. There's a nice balance there. I do feel like this night is a little anxious. I want to say that. They could go a little overboard in the beginning, borderline love bombing, borderline coming on strong. You may have to say, I'm not going anywhere, just relax. I like you too. I want to spend time with you too. But it's more of an energy of when you see what you want, you don't want to lose it. So I kind of get it. I get this person coming on strong. I get this person wanting to get you to want to not be with anybody else. But at the same time, it feels like a transition phase. It feels like I've got to get used to the idea of you're in my life. So give me a chance to do that. They love everything about you is how it's coming in. So the personalities, the energy, the divine masculine, the curves, the loving energy, so they are coming on strong. They are. I have a 9 of Pentacles. I have a 5 of Cups. I want to get through the hard time. And what I mean by that is I want to just skip ahead. I want to go from I meet you to I'm in a relationship with you. And that doesn't happen. We've got to go through the getting to know you. We've got to go through the boundaries. We've got to go through the disappointments and the apologies. We've got to go through the, I wish I knew that about you. I won't let that happen again. Okay. So, but in the end, I do have this beautiful commitment and I do have this announcement they're saying. So we can't skip ahead. We've got to go through all of the stages with this person. But I do ultimately feel like we're going to end up together. But it's more of a, I wish I go on my first date and I just want to be in a relationship. I just want to know it's going to work. You're going to miss out on all the fun in between, all the good stuff, the new beginning. I have a Page of Swords. I have a Star. I have a 7 of Pentacles. There's the working at it. And I have a King of Wands. I have a feeling this person is well on their way to creating a lifestyle for themselves that they really have hoped for. I feel like they're following their dreams. They're following their passion. They could be in a field or a career that they've wanted to do since they were a child, that everybody knew they were going to end up being a doctor. They were going to end up in sports, music, a teacher, so it's a feeling of this person followed their own dreams and they're living it passionately right now. So I will say they are achieving something and they are proud of where they're at. They're always growing, Spirit said. So this is somebody who's always learning, always trying to grow. But they love what they do. So that would be something that they would say to you, what do you do? I love what I do. I love my, the little boy in them that always wanted to be a fireman and they're a fireman today. My father was a fireman. My father was a policeman. I'm a policeman. My brother's a policeman. So it's that kind of a feeling like this is what I've always wanted. And I don't know anything else, and I love what I do. So I do feel like they are very secure with who they are. I like that. A Violet connection. Strengthen your connection by spending intentional time together. Engage in shared activities that foster closeness and allow for meaningful conversations and interactions. I do feel like we have these kind of philosophical discussions, like I said, about the universe and is there a heaven? How did the earth start? How did we come here? I just feel like we have these kind of, I can't describe it any other way than philosophical discussions. So they're pretty intense. They are something that makes us think. We challenge each other. We are forcing each other to look at different points of view and debating things. So we could be very intellectual, both of us, very smart, and that could be interesting by itself. I have a twilight tranquility. Create serene moments together. Plan activities that allow for peaceful and intimate experiences like stargazing or having a quiet evening at home. These moments will deepen your bond and enhance your connection. They had said I wanted peace. I had chaos in my life in the past. I might have had somebody that was, I want to say loud. I can't describe it any other way. You know, the person who's just always like in your face. So I need peace. I need quietness. A night at home sounds good to me right now. So we could just enjoy each other's company, and that's okay too. Whispering wishes. Okay, so a wish. Maybe they want us to make a wish. Make a heartfelt wish and believe in its fulfillment. Take practical steps towards your romantic goals, such as planning a special date or having an open conversation about your feelings. So, I feel like I want to say sweet wishes and butterfly kisses, you know, just this sense of sweetness, this sense of intimacy, gentleness, simplicity, that two people can have, you know, but it's a very intimate energy. So I do feel like we are going to get there. That feels nice. So a little bit of whispering, sweet nothings, and pillow talk. Okay. Lots of pillow talk, getting to know each other. Sometimes the best part of intimacy isn't the actual act, it's the connection afterwards, and it's the pillow talk afterwards. So that could be beautiful. Let's get some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying. Let's see what they have. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I have this beautiful bowl of charms today, and Cinderella's slipper just jumped out, so I'm going to take that. Let's see. I'm going to go here. Okay, and these jumped out, so we will definitely grab those. All right. I don't want to spill that bowl. It has a lot of charms. All right, let's get the letters. I have an X. I have an L. I have an S. And I have an N. I have a Cinderella slipper, and I also have Cinderella. So this person could just make you feel special. And again, going to that feeling of, I love you just the way you are. You show up at a date and you look beautiful. You look handsome. You have a cute outfit on. For those of you that wear makeup, you have makeup, you know, hair done, makeup. And they're like, you look beautiful. Wow. You know, I love your hair, right? They said. So there's compliments across the board is how I feel. I feel this person's very, very complimentary. So that could make you feel good. I like that. I do have a big smile. Somebody has a big smile. I can't pick it up, but it's a big, huge smile on that little charm. After all this time, what did they say? The timing is right. So after all this time, I finally have met you. You finally have come into my life. And I didn't put up a little flag and said, well, maybe. Maybe's a no. Be careful. No more maybes. If you want to see them, say yes. I have a lobster. I'm going to say coming out of my shell. Okay, I'm not going to say shellfish, but it was more of a coming out of my shell. So this person could pull something, a part of you forward that hasn't come forward in a long time. Trust, feelings, love, loving energy. So you could be just coming out of your shell with this person. I have a Libra. Okay, what does this one say? Live your dream. I feel like this person's living their dream. I really do. I think that it could be you too. Like, this is what I always wanted to do, and I'm doing it. I love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else, but I do feel like it's somebody who always knew what they wanted to be when they grew up, and then they became that. So I'm proud of them for that, because that's a really hard thing to do for those of you that have had multiple careers and like to do a lot of different things and go down different paths. It's really hard to stick to one thing and say, this is all I want to do. So, but I have a feeling that's what your person has done. I have a tie. So that could be a clue. I have to get dressed up. My career requires me to wear a tie, or on occasions, I definitely have to wear a tie. So if I was an attorney and I had to go to court, I probably would have a suit and a tie on. Trying to think of who else wears a tie, maybe a doctor in an office, under their lab coat, something like that. Professionals, they're saying, professionals. I do have a drink. I have kind of a fruity cocktail there with all this fun stuff in it, like pina colada. I have straws and has bells and whistles and has slices of oranges and pineapple and cherries on top. So it's I like those kinds of drinks. I like maybe frozen drinks. I like pina coladas. Maybe it's summertime and they have like house specials, and you look across and see what other people are drinking. You're like, I want one of those because I want the pineapple on top. But so it feels like a fun, fruity drink. It feels like, wow, those are nice when they come to the table. It's a social occasion, Spirit's saying. So we are out socially. So I'm going to say a date, it's a date night. It's drinks and appetizers. Let's go out. That sounds easy enough, doesn't it? You're coming out of your shell. And last but not least, I always laugh at these little diamonds because I have this big, huge diamond. Look at this diamond. Look at that. Okay, so beautiful, sparkly diamond. Look at that for a very small person. Okay, so maybe you're a small person the way I just said that. So we have a diamond in the future. Okay, I like that. I always love that energy. I'm just going to say a diamond is in your future. How about that? So for those of you that I'm looking for somebody that's real. That is in your future. So we are going to take that. How about a night out with fruity drinks? If you don't drink, it can be non-alcoholic, right? It can be whatever it is that you want, but it's because you didn't push them away. You didn't say, well, we'll see. We'll see is a no on the other side. You're not really interested. They're not going to chase you. Just as you're not going to chase somebody else. If they made an effort and you didn't push it, it's kind of like, how much more am I supposed to do? I physically said, I'd like to take you out to dinner. I physically said, I'd like to meet you in person. And if it turns into a maybe and we'll see, that person turns around and says, they're not interested. I'm moving on. Spirit, please tell me about this perfect match. They said a perfect partner for you. The other thing I really liked was this feeling, I love you just the way you are, curves and all. So for those of you that have some curves, that's okay. They are going to love you for your curves, and that's good. That's important. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. I can't think straight around you. We've shared many past lives together. I can feel you in my soul. I need you here with me. I need you. I want you. I want you in my life right now. But they did say the timing is right. There is a sense of, it was just a feeling of the universe is kind of working for us, and the universe is kind of open to us right now, meaning that we're both available for what they have for us. So I think the timing is perfect. I don't know why, but I always doubt for your love. Now, I want to be secure in this connection. I want to trust again. I felt like one of you is working on that with the right person, I know I can trust again, but it's something I struggle with. So I think we'll just have to wait and see. And we've got to go through all those stages. Like I said, nothing compares to you. Beautiful. Let's get a couple more. You complete me. I love it. I can't wait to touch you, smell you, and just breathe you in. I can't wait. Okay. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to be with you. So this is in the universe. Just remember, everything is always in motion. When we feel like we're stuck, when we feel like nothing is moving towards us, the universe is still in motion, right? We're still spinning. So it's always in motion, and time is always moving, and seasons are always changing, and sun up and sun down, and we're always in motion. So don't allow yourself to feel like you're stuck. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, until it is that perfect timing, until it is the perfect partner. And that's okay. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. I trust. Spirit just said I trust in the divine. They need you to know that. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I trust in the divine. How gorgeous. I want to thank you for being here with me. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Very, very grateful. If you want to claim it, own it in the comments, it's yours. Thank you always for your kind words. If you are interested in a one-on-one private reading with me, I will put my website link below, KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and I hope you enjoyed your reading today. And the divine is working for you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.